Dave, we're here at the Jägermeister workbench, and we're talking about new toys, and you have lots of them.
I do, but before we get into the new toys, we were talking about Amberjack, and one of the things that I want to make sure that if you're going to be chasing Amberjack, and actually you should have one of these on your boat at all times anyway, is having a nice shoulder harness. Because when you're hooked up to a decent sized fish, this was one made by AFCO.
Right.
Every boat should have a good shoulder harness on it in case you get hooked up with one of these big old Amberjacks or some big old fish. Because when you have one of these on and you're hooked up to your rod and reel with it clipped in, it's 10 times easier on the angler. So just make sure that if you guys are going out chasing some big fishes, bring one of these, and bring one of these even if you're not chasing big fishes, because you might hook one. So,
all right.
Nice shoulder harness. Get one of those.
Okay.
All right. First off, we got this cool little kit from Passport. Flying Fisherman made this rod and reel kit called the Passport Rod and Reel Kit, and they make 3 different kinds of them. These are for traveling rods. They're professional grade rod and reels that are broken down. When I was a little kid, Daiwa used to make a little traveling kit that I wanted more than anything in the world. It was like $60 or something when I was 12 years old, and I wanted it so bad I couldn't stand it. It was a spinning reel kit in a little case. Well, this is, upping it a little bit. This is a pro style 3-piece spinning reel on one side.
Spinning rod.
I'm sorry. Spinning rod on one side and a fly fishing rod on the other, a 4-piece. And he makes them in three different sizes: a light, a medium, a heavy. 9 foot 6 weight is the light, a 9 foot 8 weight is the medium, and a 9 foot 10 weight is the large. And the spinning reels go from 6 pound to 20 pound.
So one of the things that I see as a really cool advantage to this, Dave, is let's say that you go someplace, you come to the Florida Keys and it's blowing to beat the band. It's really, and maybe you're not a real good fly fisherman.
Like most of us.
Yeah, so now what you can do is you can leave that fly rod and not get frustrated. You can pick up your spinning rod and now have a rod that you're ready to go with all the time. Or maybe even some remote location in the Caribbean.
It's always good to have something like this in your car.
Yeah.
Because I've seen many places where I've been driving and I say, oh, I got to stop and fish there. And this would be the perfect kind of thing to have in the back seat of your car, because I might walk by and see it in there too.
So Passport's making this.
Passport, flyingfisherman.com, or Randy Towle even. If you go to CaptainRandyTowle.com, I'm sure he can show you how to get them too.
Yeah, Randy helped them to develop all
Randy,
this.
a fellow named Randy Towle and Juan Gazio were the ones who developed this, so they're guys who know what they were doing.
Absolutely.
These are, I missed the Marlin show last week. I had to be gone. But these are Who Hookers, Moldcraft Who Hooker heads, and these are designed for guys who are trolling ballyhoos. We always used to buy these little hooker heads and we'd clip the skirts off. Well, Moldcraft got wind of it and started making the little mini hooker heads to go on a ballyhoo, and they opened up the back real wide, and it's got a great big back opening on it, that you can fit the front of a ballyhoo in there. And it's got a real hard edge on the front. There used to be a little softer edge on the hooker heads.
Right.
This puts out a little bit more smoke, supposedly, because it's got that sharper edge. And these protect your ballyhoo. They go down on top of your ballyhoo. You can control your ballyhoo a lot longer. Plus, it adds a little extra smoke. If you're pitching a ballyhoo, you put a ballyhoo out there when it's on the pitch, and this thing adds some color, and also so the angler can see it, and also adds a little smoke so that the fish can find it in all the crap back there.
All right. We got some more rods.
Well, these are the Bull Bay rods. These fellas came into my office the other day. There's a Florida company, and these guys make all kinds of good stuff. These are some of their inshore. They come with this new thing called a Sensi grip, and it's this big thing right up here on the front. Evidently, this material transmits vibrations real readily. So anything that taps on this rod comes right through this. And if you got your fingers on this Sensi grip, you're going to feel it. And they got really nice guides on these, a matte finish. These are composed of a fiberglass and graphite hybrid. So they're virtually almost indestructible. But
I'm really looking forward to these.
Yeah, you can't have them. You also got the great big one over there. We're talking about Amberjack rods. This is a big giant spinning reel.
Wow.
This would
Look
be
at
perfect
the
for
grip on that,
be perfect for big tarpons, big Amberjacks. Alligators, evidently the gator
guys,
boys.
I really appreciate those guys sending me these new rods.
You're not getting those, man.
You watch. Yeah, well, I'm going to have a little Lauren over there helping me carry that stuff to the car.
Well, also down there talking about rods, Ugly Stick Shakespeare made their first ugly stick in 1976 when I was 12 years old, and I proceeded to use ugly sticks because if you broke them, it doesn't matter how you broke them, if you brought them back, they would give you a new one. So I, in my infinite wisdom, started using them to snag mullet with, ugly sticks.
This is why they call them ugly sticks.
They're indestructible. You can't break them. So what I would do is I'd go snag mullet with them. Oh, I knew you were going to do that. But you snag those mullet with those things, and I hit pilings with them and the bridge abutments, and they'd break all to pieces because I was really abusing them, and they'd give you a brand new one. And ugly sticks the same way. That's the new generation 2. It's solid fiberglass with the clear tip. I mean, you just showed why it's made like that.
So what is this?
These are the ready rigs. These are like little instant downriggers. If you're wanting to slow troll some really light stuff, or just to get your lure down a little bit, what you do is it's called a ready rig instant downrigger, and what you do is you run your line through here, your main line goes through here, and then you pull these apart. There's a little spring on here, and you just put a loop of,
Let's turn it this way so we can see.
Yeah, you open it up, and you put as much line as you want out, to your lure, and you make a little loop, and you put it in that rubber thing, and your line goes through here. And when you're trolling, this will get it down about 10 or 15 feet, and you're trolling whatever you're trolling, a little live bait, whatever. And as soon as you get a bite, it pops off. The pump comes off of here, and it slides right down. So you're not dropping weight. A lot of places you can't drop weight anymore in the country, and so it's a good little thing to get your stuff down.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.